Hey everyone, welcome back in. Huge shout out to Jim, who's been covering his 1972 Topps collection, and today I wanted to make a shout out video for him and showcase some of my 1970s cards, and also showcase how I'm collecting as well for my binders and what I'm doing with those. So this will be a different little video, but still showcasing my through the mail autographs and some of my other cards in this collection. So this is what I do when I'm trying to do basically a player run. As you can see, I'll grab a sheet and try to player run out uh, if I'm able to have a whole player run of a player. So in this case, I got a 1960 rookie of Ed Hobaugh, and I got a 60 custom and a 61. Over here, we got a 61 custom. This is where I'm going to put a 62 when I get one. This is 63, 63 custom, 60 something style, and finally another custom showing the 1960s. So I hope that showcases what I do with player runs, and then when I have extras, then I'm putting those into binder sets. So this is a 1980 player run. The difference on these Barry lines is go from darker to lighter to lightest, and there's also differences in the ink quality on each of these, as well as a difference on the back when you turn it around. And talk about those dots. Now it'd be really hard to see a little bit here, but you see where it says uh, leaf ink. The ink doesn't have a dot next to it. It's also a very dark orange, and there you can see that there's a dot next to that one. Some of these cards from the Donruss set came out of packs, some of them came out of sets, and some of them came out of team sets. So there's a little bit of variation in the a different one of those, and wherever they had them printed also. So there'll be dots missing or dots added, and sometimes it's the wrong player picture. So each of these is a variation of the 89 Barry Lions. And these other Barry Lions cards, 88, 89, 90, 90 Donruss, 90 Upper Deck, and then a 2012 or 13 all-time fan favorite. And then I have an extra one, which also has different print quality on it. And so what I'll do with this one is I'm going to put it in my 1980s binder. All right, so let me show you guys where my binders are at. So here's my prep work for my cards that I'm doing TTMing with. And I'll write them their letter, then get ready to send them out to the players. And then when the cards come back, I'll have them over here getting ready to be put into my binders one by one. And there's another stack of cards that I need to get sent out. There's my binders over here. And this is just some of my binders. And these are mostly partial sets. So these are all partial sets. And I'm only really collecting, although I have cards that are in the 2000s and 2013, 20, all the way up to the present. The focal point of my collection is everything from 1950 to 1990. So from 1950 to 1990 or 1990s, I should say, is basically my focal point. And those are the binders. And that other card that I just pulled out, the Barry Lions, that was a 1990 Upper Deck. So I'm going to put it in my 1990 Upper Deck binder. All right, so here you can see this is my 1990 binder, 1990s binder. And I took a picture of different um, wax packs and put together with the numbers 1990s. And the same around the side, you can see that's what the binder looks like. There's a stack of cards that I'm working on to get ready to send out. Open it up, and then it's got this set from 1989 to 1990 was the Senior League set. Topps set. And so I'm looking for the Upper Deck card. Here you can see different names. Jeffries, Antrim, Parent, Lee Smith, Ozzie Smith, Lonnie Smith, Steve Cummings, Joel Skinner, Greg Gagne, Scott Terry, Fred Lynn. That's also, this is nice because it's on a Tiffany, and Fred Lynn has always signed for me over the years, which was great, and I really appreciate that. He's, he's tough to get, so I was really thankful that he was always nice and signed for me anytime I sent out to him. All right, it's the Donruss set. All right, so you can see this is the, to make it easier on myself when I don't have a player run or I already have extras of a player run, I'm going to put them over here in my partial set so that there's Goose Gossage, another Ozzie Smith, Pat Combs. So this way I can um, make it easier on myself to not have to player run every single player in existence, going all the way back from the 50s all the way to the present. That way, if I just have one of their cards only in a set, like maybe I don't get very many Billy Ripken cards because he's tough, right? Or Ozzie Smith or Fred Lynn or whatever. Um, if I don't have a whole bunch of theirs, I'm not going to be able to complete their player run. So this this kind of helps me just to say, hey, I've got, I could put them away in my partial sets. So coming over here to my is this my 1990 set right here? And so this is where I wanted to put my Barry Lyons card because it's an extra and it'll go in there. There it is, Barry Lyons, Juan Gonzalez, Steve Psycho Lyons, Kent Mercker, Greg Brock, Carlos, Ben McDonald, Bob Hamlin, Greg Vaughn. And you see when I pick up one of those rare cards to get like Ben McDonald or Steve Lyons, and those guys that are harder to have signed that only sign for little pocket windows of time. All right, now let's take a look at my 1970s binder. So here I did the same thing, 70s. Put that across there. Put pictures of the packs. And open this up. Over on the side, I've got lots of little notes and things that the players sent to me. My 70s, I got Bob Johnson, Danny Breeden, Bernie Carbo, Eddie Watt, or is this Jerry Grote? Watt. This is Eddie Watt. Oh, I wanted to get this deal signed by Jerry Grote, but then he passed away. I sent out a couple times to Jerry Grote over the years. Ted Sizemore, Mike Nagy, Don Money, Bobby Fell, Fred Sherman on the custom with him juggling the baseballs. I think that looks pretty cool. Custom on the Wayne Garrett putting it away. Let's turn to through these and get over here to 72. Oh, this is the example I wanted to show you guys. I was looking for this. Do you see that? That's a Wally Bunker. If you only send him one only with your nice note, he'll give you his full signature. If you send him multiples, he'll give you that scribble scrabble signature. So you guys in the TTM community know exactly what I'm talking about. Bill Lee Custom. That's the one I made where it's Spaceman Lee. I put him in outer space on that 70. I thought that would look fun. 71s. Sorry, I'm going fast. I'm getting back over here to my 72s here. Plenty of great cards over the years. And I also have player runs of some of these guys. All right, here we are with the 72s. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so we got this is Monty Montgomery up there in this corner. There's a triple sig, J.R. Richard, Bill Grief, Ray Busey, I guess it is, Jim Barr. I know Dave Rader signs. I think Chris Arnold signs too. I didn't want to send that out though because I saw their wait times were really hard. Bob Johnson, and I don't want to lose it in the mail. I've had such a terrible time with my mail since our mailman Pat went to a different location, so we've been getting different odd mail people over here, and I already had my Ron Gant was supposed to arrive, a bronze Ron Gant card, and it never showed up. So uh, I'm not really feeling like sending out too much stuff that could accidentally get lost or taken. And I don't have these separated up into teams or anything like that either on the 72s. I just put these together. Tommy Helms has passed away. I wanted to get some more of his cards. I was about to send out to him again. I always try to give a leeway of not sending out too much and not sending out too often to these guys. And then in that process, though, sometimes it's because a lot of them are older. They pass away, and you don't get to catch them in time. I like that. I think that's a custom Jim Schellenbach card. Came out pretty cool. Skip Gwynn, another custom. So some of these are actually customs that they didn't have a 72, or they were missing their 72, or their 72 was um, blurry or had a different picture. So that's why you'll notice that some of these are customs. We had 4 on this page are customs, which is the Jim Schellenbach, Skip Gwynn, and the Chuck Brinkman. So Ray Corbin in action. Glenn Borgman, Ross Grimsley. I love that rookie cup card here of Grimsley. Pete Broberg. I believe that's another custom. Gary Jestad. Pete Ham, who just recently started signing after years of not signing. So Pete Ham cards on eBay were like going for $100 to $200 a piece with his signature on it because he had taken like a 30, 40-year absence from signing. But he is back to signing again. So if you guys have any Pete Ham cards you want signed, now's the time to send out to him. Ed Acosta, he just passed away the other day. Jim Mason. Bill Fay signs. I wonder if I should send out or not. Who's on this one? Oh, it's the Rick Dempsey. Oh, that's nice. Rick Dempsey. Toby. Larry Boa. Jack Brohammer. Steve Bry. Dual sign Buzz Capra. John Matlack. Charlie Huff. Jim Little. Steve Renko. Another John Matlack. This is a custom, of course. I believe, yeah. Fred Stanley. Carmen Fanzone. He went on to start playing trumpeting and stuff, so that's a custom of his. He didn't have a, or I didn't have it. I don't know. I was not really sure. Mike Cosgrove. That's a custom, I believe. Another Steve Bry card. Some of those are get dual sign. Mel Behe, Ken Berry, Steve Blass. I sent out to him a couple months back. It never came back, so I lost those in the mail. I don't think those are coming back. Steve Blass. And then that was my 72 collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's my 73s. And, the rest of the folder is my 70 stuff. I'll show you guys some more of it at the back. I'll look at that 73 custom I made of Steve Garvey holding all those bats. I think that came out pretty cool. Many different cards. Let me see. Something else I wanted to show you guys before I go. 75s. Oh, there's the Jack Brohammer. So that's the game in which Jack Brohammer played in shorts, and he was the only player to get a hit. And he said he enjoyed wearing the shorts, but the MLB said, we've decided that you guys can't wear shorts from now on, so don't wear shorts. But they let the Chicago White Sox back in '76 play for a couple games to try it out in a shorts uniform. And Brohammer was the only one to get some hits while doing it, and he said he really liked it. Now let me see. I'm gonna fast forward back over this way, over into my 70s customs, so you can see what those look like. So these are 70s customs, and I put their rookie card. There's a 72 style. There's Monty Montgomery, along with a picture of them on there, Ross Grimsley, so I could see what their rookie card looked like along with them. And those will all be 1 of 1s, so I'm not making any more of those to send out. And there's another one of those custom 72s. Again, this is with the dual autograph. And really nice on there, the Chris Spear, because I made a custom of this one or something like that for him to keep, and he signed everything and sent it all back all signed, which I understand he can be a tough guy to get signatures from. So I'm glad to get that. So that's what the binder looks like. That's what basically a partial, I guess you'd call this a partial set. And this is way many of the TTMers I've seen are doing it. And then in addition to having it like this, I also have player runs. When I have all of the cards I can get of a player, I'll have a sheet of 9 cards or more. And